Brazilian President Lula da Silva has expressed support for accession of more countries to the BRICS grouping, which currently comprises the world's 5 major emerging economies of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Brazil's president also hopes the summit will tackle inequality and the role of developed nations in combating climate change. The group will hold a summit in Johannesburg from the 22nd of August to the 24th. And for more on this, we're now joined by SABC News correspondent Triny Mena in Caracas, Venezuela, and she of course joins us from there. Mary, thank you so much for joining us this evening here in SABC News. Perhaps let's start off here. Will President Lula da Silva, be going to attend the summit in person, which will be held next week?
Yes, well, he confirmed his attendance to the BRICS summit next week, and he says he plans to bring several topics to the table, including, as you said, inequality, climate change, and especially peace in Ukraine specifically. That is because he said that the war is investing a large amount of money in the war. He has refused, as you may know, to send weapons to Ukraine or any other country, saying that it is not the position of the war, it's not appropriate to the war to take part on that conflict. Brazil has remained neutral on the conflict, and he says he plans to ask all BRICS members to take part, but in a positive way, to encourage talks, to demand from those countries to hold peace talks, and he hopes that this will end the large investment. He says millions of dollars have been invested in the war so far that has taken more than a year. It's causing, of course, damaging the world's economies, is hitting the world's economies, and he hopes this could end in a peaceful way.
And Mary, we know that Brazil is indeed a founding member of BRICS. So how important is President da Silva's participation in this group? Because I mean, they were there when it started.
Yeah, well, Brazil is fundamental. It is the largest economy in Latin America, but not only that, President Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva has seen as a key leader, not only in the region, but also in the world. He has championed environmental causes, and that is why one of his main topics is climate change. Recently, he hosted a summit in Brazil, gathering 8 Amazon regions, 8 Amazon countries, in order to, as part of his efforts to preserve the largest rainforest in the world. So the attendance of Brazil's president is really key, really important for the group, because it's not only an important country, but also a voice of conscience, a voice that is being heard for many leaders in the world.
And Mary, of course, the expansion of BRICS is a hot topic at the moment. There are also reports that Venezuela and Argentina also want to join. Why so much of an interest from South America?
Yeah, there are about 20 countries around the world wanting to be a member of the BRICS group, including, as you said, Argentina and Venezuela. Brazil is a supporting neighbor in Venezuela. According to Lula da Silva, this will help not only to gain more support or to strengthen the group, but also to help in inequality, to help to other emerging economies or struggling economies. You may know that Venezuela has been targeted by the U.S. with sanctions, and one of the main reasons to Venezuela to be included in the group is to overcome those sanctions. And Brazil's president is offering his help to neighboring Venezuela in order to do so. He was asked about the position of the entrance of other countries like Argentina and Venezuela, and he says he's willing to back them, but it must be discussed among the group. The decision must be taken unanimous, and all the conditions and rules must be taken.
And staying with Venezuela, Mary, of course, one would ask, how does the relationship look like at this moment? Would you say that, it is improving somewhat there?
The relationship, as a matter of fact, since Lula da Silva took office in Brazil, he has been getting in contact with many leaders in South America. And he wants to present himself as a strong leader in the region. And he has been taking opposite views and being considered a critical voice against the position of the US and Europe in many topics around the world. So what we hope is to champion the efforts to present the BRICS alliance as a strong group with a unique voice in the world and, of course, a strong position in the economy. A group that can be considered a strong voice for and also to change the world order.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary. That was SABC News correspondent Triny Mena.